What is going on? Movie meals. Look at this.
There it
I'm
is.
rearranged my setup a little bit. Finally got an arm for the old microphone. We can get a little more legit with it. If you guys see me moving my head a lot, it's because I got Kyle on my side. I got you guys here. Uh,
You already
um,
sound so
thank
so
you,
good.
thank you, thank
Look
you.
good too.
No, stop. You're the pretty one, man. It's not me. You're the pretty one. Always have been, always will be.
Thank you,
But
sir.
so we're here. What is this movie called again?
Nomadland.
Nomadland. I keep wanting to say like Noma Land. That's
No,
not a thing.
not a thing at all in any sort of way. We
Nomadland.
saw this movie, we promise.
Starring Frances McDormand, who I love, man. She rocked it in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. But
She's
before I guess
terrific.
we get into it, thank you guys to our patrons. You guys rock, to Steve, Kimberly, and Karen. Also, you guys can go get some of our merch. Today, Monday, I'm taking off. It will be the end of the run for the Valentine's Day stuff. I've got the mug
Oh,
right here. Go check this out, guys. This stuff is awesome. You can get one more day to order it, 2 more days here for this weekend. Some really cool stuff. I love the mug, having it be part of the old studio here. Um,
love it.
Also, let's just show this off since I got it. Found the old
What do we got?
found the old Independence Day on VHS the other day. Had to snag it. I always, whenever I go to a dollar store, or not a dollar store, like a Goodwill or something, I always
Thrift
check their
store.
VHS
Yeah.
section, see if they've got something worth my money. If I was a bigger fan of Lord of the Rings, I probably would have grabbed that because they had that, but I'm not
Ooh.
a huge fan of it. But I saw Independence Day. I mean, I like the movie.
Careful with your words there.
Just not a super nerd. Clearly my super nerd is taken.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Anyway, we're here for Nomadland. Kyle, what was this movie about?
It's a story of a woman named Frances. No, not Frances. What the heck's her
That would
name?
be
Ferd.
our
Excuse
girl.
me. Frances McDormand plays Ferd. It's about a woman. It's about a woman named Ferd who learns about being in the life of a nomad after she loses her job and her livelihood due to a recession that happens in her
Mm-hmm.
hometown.
Yeah, kind of her bouncing around from new jobs and finding a people to, family is really what this movie kind of turns into. It's about dealing with
Yeah.
loss and family as well. So Kyle, what were your positives of the movie?
The positives for me was the overall takeaway of what the director Chloe Zhao was trying to present with this. She was trying to show the life of a nomad, and she doesn't do it in a way where it completely paints a picture as if it's like a romanticized type of thing, but she also doesn't make it to feel like it's the most horrible thing you could do. She finds like a really good balance, at least in my opinion, to where she shows like the hardships and the unfortunate circumstances of why people have to grow up or not grow up, but have to end up living in these situations. But she also shows like why people like living that way in the first place. So it's just a really good balance, kind of like what you were saying. Like it's an understanding of people who are finding a home, finding a family, like trying to get over loss in their own way. But at the same time, it may also come down to unfortunate circumstances, which I found really important. Like I
And
really
there he goes.
appreciative by her and not making it totally romanticized, but also understanding like why people like it. Am I back? Am I not glitching anymore?
No, you are back, sir.
Okay,
Um,
perfect.
so I um I really liked this movie. I get why Frances is getting Oscar buzz for it.
Hmm.
And she rightfully deserves Oscar buzz. If I compare it to her other Oscar movies I've seen, I think I liked Three Billboards more than this, but I still really enjoyed this movie. I think everybody will.
Yeah,
Um, and you mentioned the director, so I pulled her up because I haven't heard her name before. Is it Chloe Zhao? Is that how you say it?
I believe so. Hopefully, if people can correct me, of course. I was pretty sure that
No,
that was
please
the
correct him.
pronunciation.
I just looked her up. She's the one who's directing Marvel's Eternals. What?
Yeah, yeah, like her
Get out of
third directed
here.
movie, I believe. Yeah,
Good for her. I mean,
really big
that's
step.
awesome. Not only not only getting a huge Marvel property, but an obscure Marvel property, as well as you're a woman in Hollywood trying to be a director, which is already, hard enough to do, which is
Yeah.
extremely ridiculous. But she knocked it out of the park. I'm looking at her IMDb, and she's written and worked on a lot of short films. And then this is
Hmm.
really, it looks like her first uh, feature. I guess she did a movie called The Rider that I
Yeah,
have not seen, but
I believe it's a Western.
yeah,
I
that's what it
believe
looks like here.
I
But
wasn't able to check that one out, but I've heard great things
going
about
from
it.
a Western to a drama to the Marvel Cinematic Universe shows range. I like that in your
Yeah,
directing ability. So I'm
yeah,
really, I mean, props to her. This movie's awesome. Frances brings it. It does make you think about loss a lot and
yeah,
how you deal
definitely.
with loss. And we've everybody's dealt with loss, I think, in some way, shape, or form. So
Hmm.
it definitely is a movie that hits close to home. It came out a while ago. Did they do a theatrical release
I think the
a while back?
theatrical or the wide theatrical release happened like yesterday, along with it going onto Hulu. But it probably aired in like film festivals and a bunch of like independent
Yeah.
locations
I
before
think that's
this.
where I've heard it from. It's funny. My parents actually went to a movie today. They called me and said that
Mm,
they were looking at a couple showtimes and there was no tickets bought, so they were going to snag one and wanted to see if I would go. They went and saw The Little Things, which Kyle reviewed on our channel. You should go check that out.
I did.
I
Yeah.
ended up not going with them. I ended up falling down my stairs instead and hurting my back because I'm old. But
Poor guy.
um, yeah, this movie's really good. If you have Hulu, go check it out. It is worth it. It's on Hulu Premium. I have Hulu Premium, I guess, but I still have the ad version, so I only had to watch like a 3-minute trailer, and then I got the whole movie with no ads. So it was
Yeah.
it was really good. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best movies I've seen um, in a while. Did you have any negatives of the film?
My main negative might just be the runtime, and my negative for this is because I wonder, or for me anyway, after a while, I felt that it was telling enough story to where it didn't need to be as long as it was. Of course, like I was able to still stay within the movie and not like get bored of it at all, and it wasn't like a pacing issue. Like I thought the pacing was actually really well done, despite it, not being the most, high, fast paced type of movie at all. But I just think like maybe it could have shortened up its runtime and really not made it as drawn out as it was. But even still, that's not like my biggest criticism of all out of all of it. Like I really didn't have anything. Like I think Chloe Zhao did a really good job of writing and directing, and she even edited this movie. So the fact that
Wow,
she made
big
like the
three.
pacing so well just by herself, I think it just shows like how much of a talent she is, and I'm really happy to see more of her work in the future. And Frances
Yeah,
McDormand, it's great.
yeah. So she must have shot this before Eternals, right? Because Eternals it feels like it's been shooting forever.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, I would guess she shot this first, and then while she was editing this, she also started production on Eternals because I know
Mhm.
that they were in the middle of production when COVID first hit, and that's why they're behind. Because remember a year ago they showed like a tease of like it was a quick snippet of like a CGI shot for Eternals. They had like D23 a year ago or 2 years ago. They
I
had just
remember
a
like
very base
costume.
amount.
I remember like costume designs being revealed, but that was about it.
Yeah, it was some
Yeah,
little. That's the movie I'm so curious about. Like I've been waiting for that trailer forever. It's an incredible cast, and to go from
one of these
Frances
days.
McDormand, and then you're dealing with like Angelina Jolie and
Salma
uh,
Hayek's in there, I believe.
Salma Hayek.
Brian Tyree Henry.
I can't think of
Yeah,
the guy. He's from Game of Thrones and was in Cinderella and played Prince Charming, but he is awesome. Like,
yeah,
and
he's a
he's
great
in
actor.
this.
Yeah, go
And
watch The
Kit Harrington
Bodyguard.
is in it. Oh yeah, The Bodyguard's awesome. When are we getting a
Great
season
show.
2 of that? This review's gone off the rails, but are we
It's
getting
gone
that
off the
season 2?
rails. I don't know.
All right, well, guys, Nomadland, you guys should really check out if you have Hulu. It's worth a watch. And I think it's a great film. And shout out to Chloe for doing such a great job directing, and Francis and the other
Yeah,
cast who, when you think of Three Billboards, the reason Three Billboards is so memorable is how good Francis is, but how good our boy, what's our boy's name? Uh Come on.
Sam Rockwell?
Yes, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's so good in that movie, and this movie is really driven by her. There's no other big
Yeah.
name in this,
She's our
but
eyes and ears, and she does
yeah,
a really good job at being that.
yeah, but the people who are casted alongside her do a great job. They're people I've never seen before in Hollywood, and they rocked it. And I really liked some of those scenes. There's a scene with a baby. I won't spoil anything, but there's a scene with a baby, and that scene I thought was really funny and yet powerful and charming, and says a lot without them physically saying a lot.
I
And
think
that
some of
that
the
this script does that. It's a smart script. Go ahead.
I think some of the supporting cast was actually like real people living in that
I
those
wonder.
situations. Yeah.
That's
Um,
crazy.
there's a character in there, Swanky. I think she was one of
Yeah.
those types of people.
And there are times too, I was sitting there watching the movie, like, is she about to join a cult? Like the way the script kind of goes, it was like, is
No.
Francis about to join a cult? And it's not. It's really just people trying to find a sense of purpose and community when it's been stripped away from them. And it's a powerful
Yep.
movie, especially for the time we're living in right now. Uh, so yeah, go check it out on Hulu, Nomadland. Thank you guys again to our patrons. You guys rock. All the support has been awesome. If you're not a patron,
Yeah.
please go. Links in the description. Become a patron, and go get some of our merch. Again, we only have the Valentine's Day stuff only be up a little longer. We got some spring stuff coming, some ideas, but and go check out our other videos on our channel. We just dropped a WandaVision early. We dropped WandaVision episode
Yeah.
7 review early for once. So go check
Mhm.
that out. Another Happy Landing that I did with Tanner
Ooh,
just dropped. Go
nice.
check that one out. And yeah. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.